Shall we? Yeah, let's do this. Hello, how are we doing? Thursday, 7:30, UK time, in the studio, and my bench is bare as my backside was on the day I was born. Right, who've we got here? You know the drill. If you're here, let me know you're here. And here he is. Yes, here I am. And I managed to fix Jace's problem as well. He's back in. He was a happy chappy. Oh, all hail the Mel. Hello, hey up insane, cat, bleed. Who else is here? Eternal. How does all this work out? I have no idea. I try and figure that out every week. Hey, Diggy, Gary. I've just got in from my physical intervention training. How to throw people out of a pub. And I see Mel is live. Hey, guys. You're out. But they never used to call it. I did what you call it. I did a summer of working the door. Yeah, after I came out of the army. Yeah, not a nice experience in all honesty. Yeah, but we didn't call it physical intervention training. We called it giving them a beating. It was a little bit more old school back when I did it. Right, oh my God, there's loads of people. I see CJ, Morsh, Tim, Bradley, Imperial Cleans, Spotted Laughter, Nerd, Callum, Eric, Terry, Juice, 28, Ian, Hunters. It's like I'm meeting my hero. Mate, if I'm your hero, your standards are so low. Do you know what Gundam is, Mel? Yeah, it's the Japanese model making, isn't it, with the big robots. They do some awesome dioramas, some beautiful work when you see the backdrops of them. Hey, Mark! Mel was a bouncer. Yeah, I did 6 months as a bouncer. I did painted blood angels and tech priests here. It's a casual chat. On Thursdays, he's usually working on some. I will be, Cat. I will be. I've even planned what I plan to do on this show. I've got a nice little project for me that I should complete at the end of the show, and I can take you all the way. Cat always bullies me, you know. I'm not allowed to do a live show in the studio, and you know, if I did this for the live show, yeah, she'd probably jump on a plane from California, fly over here, and just give me a beating. Yeah. Right, okay, comments. You're my everyday hero, Mel. Oh, choose paid, thank you, Odie. I'll check that in a second. My phone's like on 1% because I was chatting with Kez. Turn on the questions. No, if you want questions, put question at the start of your question, fire it up in the comments when I'm chatting. Okay, so you'll have to grab me. I don't do questions in the studio show. I can't flick between the sheets and everything in the studio like I can at home. Painted some Kings of War and listening to Train Tuning now. And you love it. I do, Cat, I do. What are we doing tonight, Mel? Tonight we're making tufts. I see PayPals are coming in. Right, I will do this. Yeah, I've got to do this. Right, as always, yeah, this is the bit where you guys get to support me directly on the show. So if you like what I do on the channel, if you've enjoyed the trench projects, yeah, and, you know, you've nicked a tip or two, you can do what a couple of my people do, yeah, and buy me a pint. Yeah, you can buy me a digital pint. The link is down below, yeah, to the PayPal. Yeah, you just click it, enter the number, one-click payment, job done. Yeah, I get a little notification. We all have a cheer, we have a clap. Your name goes on the screen, and if we hit 3 digits in a show, you make me dance. But only if we hit 3 digits. So that's down to you lot. If you'd like to support it, if you'd like to put a smile on my face, if you like the trenches, hit the PayPal link down there and make my phone ding dong. Do I have to turn questions on? You don't have to. I'm not. You can just ask me. What are we doing tonight? I'm going to be doing some flocking. That's what I'm going to be doing. Messing with some flock. I'm just finishing my brew and just building myself up to it. I've been here since about 10 o'clock today. Yeah. And drop, drop the kids at my mum's and that sort of stuff. Kez is doing all the data analysis for a job and that sort of stuff. So I've got all my tutorial stuff done. Yeah, I've got some stuff drying over there for a tutorial coming up next week. But I can't do any more on that. And not just that, I don't really want to film tutorials whilst I'm streaming live. That bit with the water on the trenches really screwed me over. And if I'm doing tutorials, then I need to be focused on the tutorial, not focused on chatting to Fred, chatting to you lot, and doing what I'm doing. There's nothing in the description. There's nothing at all in the description. Is there even a title to this show? I don't know. Let me have a look. Have a look on the watch page. Here we go. And see how Mel screwed it this time. Come on. Come on. Nothing in the description. There's nothing at all. Oh, Mel's buggered that, hasn't he? Nice. Right. Let's see if we can fix this. The changes have been saved. Let's try now. Yeah. That seems to have worked. There's something in the description now. Hey, I just don't understand. I just don't. Oh, that should have sorted it. Same on mine, yeah. Dock City. May have a Dock City coming up, actually. Yep, they're there. Right. Right, so the links have appeared down in the description now. You know, I haven't messed it up that bad, have I? Don't make me burn my roasty. Oh, mate, you can't burn a roasty. Right. Quick check of the PayPals. In fact, I'll give you 5 minutes for you lot who've just had a link appear on your screen. It's weird. Yeah, it's like I set it up on YouTube, then when XSplit kicks in, it sort of overrides it. Yeah, which is why we kept getting like live in the studio on a Sunday night and that sort of weird stuff. So I've got to figure out how I fix that. You're looking fresh, Mel. Thanks, Dick. Thanks, Dick. I'm feeling fresh. I'm feeling better. You know what I mean? It's been a good week for me this week. I don't want to be talking Black Dog too much, you know what I mean? Because when you're not in it, it's best not to talk about it, you know, leave them be. But, yeah, it's been good. It's been good. Eternal Novices hooked on the channel. Oh, high praise indeed, dude. High praise indeed. Right. I want to do some flocking. Where's my flocking? What have we got? Bag of white. Like a frosted grass. Long grass, longer grass. Winter grass. Autumn mix. What's this? Patchy 1 mil. Oh, that's nice. Left lot box. Wow, that's what I'm after. What are those? Oh, that's fluff for flowers and what shall it? And blossom trees. I mean, I sit at table toy soldiers, so they are right. I do have a life. Yes, you have a life, mate. You have a life. Don't let them bring you down, Diggy. Nerd. You've got a life, mate. Don't let them bring you down, man. Right, so lots of. I'll change the camera angle in a little while once we get rolling, you know what I mean? Just while I'm setting up. Right. Another bag of grass, what's that? Winter 4mm? Winter 1mm, winter... Oh, I could do an interesting mix with those. Yeah, need that. Why do you have a spanner next to your name, Cat? Because she's special. You breathe, you live, of course you have a life. There you go. And he's doing his classic plane crash pieces. Nice one, Jace. What are you making this time? I'm making a mess. As my wife would tell me. One mil. It's amazing, isn't it, when you open a drawer and at the bottom of the drawer, all you've got is little flowers just scattered around the bottom of the drawer. There you go, Mel. Just some little flowers. Oh, thank you. Right, garnish. Because we've got those. I'm sure we've got some more of those in garnish. Let's have a look. Because I need some of these silicone strips. Now, if I can't use those, I'll have to rob some from somewhere. They're Army Painter. I could do with keeping that, actually. Birch, there's one. Come on, keep looking for one. There'll be some more in here. Yeah, there's another. There's another. I really should get some A4 sheets of this bloody stuff rather than keep using little strips. And doing what Braggy does. Braggy buys A4 sheets and he makes his tufts in like A4 sheets. Which is very sensible. And I really should start doing that, but I haven't got around to that yet. I'm not that advanced. Well, I'm not that organised, should I say. See, they're quite nice too. Oh, there's grass there. Right. We'll have those. We got any more of these sheets anywhere? Would we have any more of these sheets anywhere? Right, let's have a quick nose. Have a bat. Any in the Burma build? Nah, can't see any in there. Plastic scratch. Not casting. That's cork. Plaster bandage. No, no, and no. Right. We've just got the ones we've got then. Alright. It's the way it goes. We've done this before. Right. Coat of filler should cover the spiral. That sounds like a tree question. Like you're making wire trees and you've got the wire showing. Filler will do that well. Also acrylic filler might be a bit better than normal filler. I ask because the products are different in different countries. Right. Phone. I see a couple of PayPals. Right. Let me get my keyboard. We'll get these on. Just a couple to start the show. Mel won't be dancing yet. Right. From our Odin, he's paid his dues. He's sent us a nugget. Thank you, Odin. That's Harry in the chat. Sorry, that's Odin in the chat. It's Harry on my PayPal. Is that it? I think that's it. And then we've got a new pledger by the looks of it. Blake D. What's he saying? What's his message? Working on a bit of desert training, your tips have given me plenty to experiment with. Awesome, Blake. Awesome. Oh, pardon me. Right. Oh dear. Oh, I've missed the H, haven't I knew it was something right. Something wrong. Yeah, and then we've got our Blake D. He sent 10 US nuggets. So thank you, Blakey. Thank you, bud. There we go. Still a long way from dancing, so I'm safe so far. I don't know how long I'll be safe for, but I'm safe so far. Right, let's get this flocking on. Oh, right, we'll check that in a little while. So how many have we got watching? 8 odd. You're welcome. I'm here. I pay a nugget. Cheap entertainment. Thank you, buddy. Professor Stratego. Hey, Terrain Tutor, how are you? I'm very well, mate. With a week and a half to go to sleep, can we have another terrainiacs meetup? Yes, we can. I'll talk about that on the Sunday night show, and I'll do a vid on it as well. Right, let me just click off that. So, yeah. So that's how we'll handle that. Hey, check this. Yeah. Can you see the water on top of the PVA? How it's separated completely. How cool is that? Which table games do you play, Terrain Tutor? Oh, I play all sorts. All sorts. Games you wouldn't believe. Right. Don't really want those tufts anymore. So I'll just throw those. Sticky tufts. They get everywhere, don't they? So, blanch it. There are so many of us who don't do terrain. We have diorama folk, railroad folk, and some of us do stuff with witches, trolls, and such. It's true. My followers, it's a diverse mix. Very diverse. Have you played the My Little Pony RPG? No, but I've seen it. That's Alessio's, isn't it? Looks cool as hell. Yeah, I was thinking about Willow, but she's sort of gone past My Little Pony now. I should just buy some silicone paper, shouldn't I? If you're wondering what I'm doing, obviously I've got the new medieval series coming up. Now, as part of that, yeah, when I do my flocking and that sort of stuff, I normally put turfs on. And I've been running out my sort of standard turfs. Near the end of the Battlefield Basics series, I was actually, ripping them off all other pieces to glue them onto the next pieces so they were still the same, same style. So I just thought, right, before we start the medieval one, yeah, what we'll do is we'll have a proper go at making a load of tufts. So I've got a stack of them. It's just I don't have much of the silicone paper, so I'm having to reuse the scraps I've got. I've seen someone playing My Little Pony's War Games. I haven't seen the War Game. How's Necromunda coming along now? It's good. Corbin and me are working on some custom troops. We're getting more into the Shadow Wars side because he likes playing orcs. You know, Necromunda is just human gangs. And then that one. And that's all of them. What about Hello Kitty Space Marines? Yeah, I've seen those around. You get all the Sector Mechanica stuff from GW. Yeah, if you've just became a patron, Awesome, Callum. Let's get Callum on the screen. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, buddy. I'm a bit of technophobe. Hello Kitty Space Marines. Yeah, I've seen them around. I like the Dreadnought one. That's quite good. I'm surprised you're not playing Burrows and Badgers with Kez. Whoa, what's Burrows and Badgers? There's a Badgers game? No, genuinely, is there? Burrows and Badgers? Gorkamorka. We're still batting around that idea of what you call it, of Waterworld Gorkamorka, aren't we? Any more of them in there? No, that's my airbrush stuff. Tufts. Right, I just want to do some simple summer tufts. So have a little bit of my brew, put back what I don't need right now. I used to live near Stoke. Oh, unlucky you. The place, not the team. No. Let's keep away from football. We had the local derby. That was fun. Not. Right. So. Carpet tackify. Where's that? Tough glue. That's my tough glue in there, but where's my lip? We had this last time, didn't we? When I was looking to do static grass. And I couldn't find my tough glue. Is that it? No, that's snow foam. Is that it? No, that's a squirty bottle. Tough glue, wherefore art thou tough glue? It does me head in when I lose things. I think the Badgers game lot are absolute. Really, Budgers and Barrows is a tabletop skirmish game, a realm populated by mice, badgers, moles, toads, and other beasts. The rulebook is published by Osprey Games. Oh, we are getting onto that. Kez will love that. Right, I need to find tough glue. Now, I know I've got some. What's that? That's silicon. That's matte medium. Stato glue? No. I know I've got tough glue. I just can't find it. Okay. If you're not right, how am I going to do this then? Right, I need to figure out how I'm going to do this without any. Right, I've got tough glue there, but I should have some way of applying it. How am I going to apply it? Because I can't use it out of that, so. Try this. I have a feeling I sent my tough glue off when, when we had a competition and someone won my old flock box. I think I sent my tub of tough glue with it. Oh, Swarner at Salute, I think. Just take a look. Right, okay. Kez likes toads. Kez is Kez's degree is in conservation. You know, that's where a master's, that's where a specialty is. And so, let's try this. Oh, that was silly. Right, where's my cloth? There's my cloth. Yes, they're on TL03 is the stand. All right. How long has the TTT been on YouTube? 5 years now. 5 years. Damn. I got the Gaslands Deluxe pack on eBay. Got the rim markers. Nice. Nice, dude. I was... Right. We'll try that. It's not ideal, but I don't have a squeegee bottle that could work, to be truthful, so it's going to have to work. Right, we've got enough charge on that now. Yeah. Looking good. Right then. Quick, sweetie, and then we'll crack on. Any questions while I'm here? While you've got me. What is he doing today? Tufts. Yeah, 5 years. Did that just squirt on the ceiling? Yeah, it did. Now I'll get cracking. By Necro or turn his tray. We'll get round to it, don't worry. We always do. Right. Right, normally. Right, the green is what we want to attach. Because the green is what attracts the electricity. Want paper? Because this is going to get messy. Lovejoy of terrain, huh? Jace, yeah, sorry I got you in trouble. Is Jace here? Cat Weasel, the board game on YouTube, is a good guy. I'm not eating terrain, I'm eating sweeties. Heavy-handed channel owner to blame for that. Oh, bugger off, Jace. Anyone want to buy a bag of grass? I've got 7. Going cheap. Oh, oh, pardon me. What the hell is that thing? This is a flop box. Wow, 5 years, that's awesome. Right, shall we change angle so you got a better view? There we go. I wonder if I could probably bring that closer so you've got an even better view if you want. Wow, magnet snapped. A couple of them have snapped. I've never seen snapped magnets before. Damn. Right. Okay, silicon paper. Onto the fudge. Can I zoom in a bit? I don't know. That's a taser. My friend forced me to watch the Minions movie. Was the worst hour and a half of my life. Oh, nerd. Minions is mint. Right, there. What grass have we got? Spring 4 mil, summer 6 mil. I'll leave this winter stuff. We've got summer 4 mil, so we've got 4 mil. We've got summer. Maybe slightly autumn mix. Depends on how much yellow they put in on it. So let's go 4 mil, 4 mil, 4 mil. Let's make some 4 mil tusks first. Yeah, right, we need to plug this in. Okay, if none of you have watched or have ever seen one of these before, I've got the link on my channel as usual, because I always do. Yeah. Just do a search for Flockbox on my videos and you'll find this bit of kit with the full tutorial and what it does. Yeah. But if you've never come across this thing before, this is a Flockbox. Okay, it's an electric static flocker. And this is the Terrain Makers version. It is perfect for terrain builders. And I know that because I helped design it. Yeah. And it is my go-to device for flocking. Right, so theoretically, quick test. Yeah, let's get some of our summer out for Meltus. He is an artist. Right, what have I done now? Drop some of that on there. Yeah, so we put the flock on. But, tell you what, let's do this properly. Right, just let me get this off. Set the actress to the bishop. Undo that. Let's bring this round here. Right, 1 second folks, sorry about the clunking noises and all that sort of palaver. Take that tripod off, stick this one on. One bite, that's it. Yeah, there we go. Oh, drop that onto there. Better shot for you guys. Can you see what I'm doing there? 42k should speak for itself. This is like a Tesla cage, but for flock. Yeah? Professor, we get tips that are actually, it's like super glue and hot glue. PVA will literally save yourself. True? Oh, Jace is already pushing. Oh, you statically charge the flock so it sticks better or repels from the base, sticks up. Exactly. Right, so what I've got, okay, is just take you through. The flock box, okay, this is from Lee at warpainter.net. So that's warpainter.net. Yeah, he makes them himself. Yeah, they're awesome little boxes. This is the terrain version. You get sort of a smaller box, which you use for doing miniatures, which is sort of half this size. Okay. Now, the idea is that there's a generator inside that will generate an electrostatic charge. Okay, this charge comes up through here and connects to this metal plate. And on this metal plate, I have a bit of silicon paper. Okay. Now what will happen is when I switch the electric on, yeah, all those nylon fibres will be attracted up to this plate. Okay. And that's how you make tufts. So very quickly, just to sort of show you, yeah, let's put a bit of tough glue on there. Yeah, so see that little bit of white glue on there? If I switch this on, and I've got to be careful, yeah, that I don't kill myself. And then it is just simply a matter, yeah, you can see the white glue there, yeah. And if I switch it off, yeah, if I bring it up, see the little tuft? Now it is a little bit scraggy because it's my first tuft. It's the first go with this one. Yeah, but that's basically how it works. Yeah, so my next job, clean that off there, is I need to come along and I've got to prepare this sheet for making the actual tufts. So what did I do with that? In fact, 4mm okay, but we want a bit of a mix in there. You don't have to buy all the toys. You don't. To be truthful, terrain making is quite cheap to get into, in all honesty. Yeah, you don't need all the toys and all the fancy things. It's just one of those things you build up to over time. You know what I mean? Buy a little here, a little there. They're awesome. How much are they? I think these are about 25 quid, mate. I think the terrain ones are 30. It's been a while, but they're not much more than that. Right, so that's the 4mm. We got any 2mm anywhere? There's 6mm. That looks like 4mm. That's 4mm. That's 4mm. Oh, come on, I must have some 6mm somewhere. What's that? That's 4mm as well. Looks like I'm going to be making 4mm tufts then. Okay. So, silicone paper. Will wax paper work? Yeah, it will. Silicone paper's better. Yeah, you get better results, but wax paper will work. So we'll do lots of little tufts this time. Now, the glue I'm using is called carpet tackifier. Yeah, and they use it to stick carpets down. Now, the reason I'm using this is because it's a stay tacky glue. I.e., while it's stuck to the sheet, yeah, it'll stay stuck to the sheet. But when I peel the tufts off the sheet, they'll be self-adhesive. So I'll just be able to plonk them down wherever I want them to go. I need one of Kerry's drip things. She's got one of these things where she uses it to put chemicals in petri dishes, and she can do 10 at a time. That'd be a lot quicker than this. Oh, the joys of terrain building. They didn't tell you about this when you signed up, did they? Eh? The hours you'd spend putting little dots of glue on silicone paper to make your own tufts. I'm about halfway through. My tufts are all over the place, but hey ho. Such is the way of terrain making. I'll look up at the comments in a section, guys. Just let me get this bit done. Can't do both. And if you do like all these tips, as always, I'm sure Jace is doing his pushing for the big castle build and for the patron. But there should be a link in the description for PayPal if you want to donate to the stream. And remember, if there isn't anything in the description, refresh the page. I screwed it up when we started. Right. Come on. See, this is the sort of hidden side of terrain making. You see the tutorials and you see all that, but you don't see what you call it. Or buy a sheep, buy 50 sheep and get flowers and all sorts. What's that striking hand? I've missed that. 9 volt beats a balloon. Oh, hell yeah. Most definitely. Who's selling 50 sheets of tufts for £3? Right, so get Kez to see if one goes missing from work or broken. Yeah, that could work. Right, so very quickly to show you. Yeah, that's all my dots on. Yeah, a little higgledy-piggledy, but they'll work. Right. If you're wondering why I'm being a bit careful, it's because the shock you can get from these is pretty good. It's not something I'd voluntarily do to myself, you know what I mean? So the next job, yeah, is we're going to come along, and now it's switched on. Yeah, we're just going to hover it over. Keep it moving. I'm trying to get as many sort of tufts on it as possible. That's why I'm holding it down for so long, because the longer you hold it there and the more grass you get on, the more tufty your tufts are. So, shake off the excess from there. See if we can re-pick that up. Yeah, jot that down. And switch that off before I do that. There you go. Now they're self-adhesive turfs because we've used carpet tackifier. Dead simple. All that's going to happen, yeah, is these tufts will, what you call it, when they're dry, I'll be able to peel them off and just stick them to whatever I want. For 50 or get cheaper as the amount increases. Bloody hell, what? £2.25 for 50 sheets of tufts. How fine does the flock have to be? It just needs to be static grass. It's important it's static grass because obviously you need the nylon fibre. So put that one there. Yeah, and we'll start on the next one. Yeah, I've got another metal plate there. And we'll just keep swapping these around as we need to. Shimples. Must have a YTS working during the day for him. Or he's getting them from China. You know what I mean? When you look at jobs and you look at it, it's like there's no way you can make a decent hourly wage doing that once you know about it. And quite often the reason being is like, you know, the person who's doing it, one sheet, 50 tufts. Oh, all right, a couple of quid for 50 tufts. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, how many have I just made then? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 6 rows of 20 there. So what's that? 120? Come on, click back up. So what's that? Yeah, 120 tufts on that one sheet. True, true. Yeah, it's just the way it is. Yeah, I don't want to sound nasty or anything like that, but you'll notice there's a lot of guys in countries where, you know, standard of living is particularly low, cost of living, you know what I mean, who are making tufts and doing a lot of this sort of stuff. Yeah, because they can. You know, the amount of what you call it. Jace, sadly in this hobby you quite often get what you pay for. In my experience, most of the cheap ones on eBay are nasty with it. They can be made good with a bit of extra effort, yeah, but that kind of defeats the purpose of buying them cheap in the first place. Yeah, I mean, I tend to find that, you know, I do the same thing I imagine a lot of people do, which is you buy them at first and then you learn how they're made and all that sort of stuff, and then you make better ones yourself. You know what I mean? That's the one thing, you get little balls, yeah. Always, always reminds me of when I took the cat to have it neutered. And I actually saw it, and you get these balls of what you call it, of static grass fluff. It's the only thing it reminds me of, the poor cat. But no, yeah, you start off buying, I mean, you can buy what you call it, you know, anywhere between 50 and 100 tufts for a couple of quid. But you only have to buy 10 of those, and you could have bought a flock box. And I can use this flock box like I did on the trench system. I can use it to actually flock a board, never mind. You know what I mean? Never mind do everything else as well. Right, one quick check of the phone, and then we'll crack on. How many people we got watching at the minute? Am I missing anyone? Don't want to miss anyone. No, not missing anyone. That's cool. Right. Did that one. Huh? Right, put that in charge. Right. And then flock your head. I'm not flocking my head. I am not flocking my head. Is there something up with the stream? Everyone seeing me all right? Right, I'm going to do, we'll do another set of small for this one because we've got quite a few sheets. So, how long does it take Braggy to do an A4 sheet of this stuff? Drive me up the wall. So yeah, what I want to do 2 or 3 sheets of the smaller tufts, so I've got plenty of those. And then what we'll look at doing is doing some bigger ones. We can look at doing some flowers. That they're not hard. Yeah, we can look at doing some bigger bushes. That all depends on time, of course, and all that sort of stuff. I know I'm not the best and most chatty when I'm doing this. Mel's not that good at concentrating on multiple things. But the tufts are looking nice. They're not regular. I wonder when they make tufts, you know, like Army Painter and those guys, their glue must be put down by machine. It's too regular, you know what I mean, for it to be a human.
Or their I wonder if they're using some sort of like template to put blobs of glue down.
Oh, have we lost the chat? Come on. Oh. Come on, reconnect. Thank you. I'm wondering what tool or thing did I now put in my mouth when concentrating. Feels so slightly numb-tongued. Has anyone here tried painting 4mm minis? They have a machine, yeah. I would imagine they have a machine, because I can't imagine... They either have a machine or they have a poor apprentice who's very well precisioned. I can see why you get faster at this. I don't do it that often, to be truthful. Because I normally make the tufts I need and then just crack on. But I can understand how you would get faster with practice, so to speak. The trick is not to actually touch the paper with the syringe, but to get a ball of glue coming out the nozzle and touch that. If you touch it with the actual tip of the syringe, then what happens is it sort of spreads it out, makes it thinner. Whereas if you come down with just the blob, you get a nice round blob of the tackifier, which I'm assuming is going to be better for us. Last row. Oh, there we go. Right. So, just drill a bunch of holes in some plastic card, dollop on some glue down one end and smear it over the holes. That sounds like a plan, Tam. There you are. So that's my next lot. Get one of those multiple syringes that pharmacists use. Yeah, just back to you on Patreon, Mel. SBF, SB Fire Kid. All right, give me a second. We'll get you on the screen, dude. Go that way, so that one wants to go there. Let me get Fire Kid. As always, if you support the show, you get on the whatchamacallit. Oh, just lost me glue. What am I like? Right. SB Fire Kid, let's get him on the screen. Thank you, but thanks for your support, mate. It does mean a lot to me. Any videos on how you play tabletop war games? Hundreds, mate. Hundreds. Cat, the worrying thing is Mel with the drill. Really, Tam? Really? You going there, are you? Wow. That. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. I'm going to have a sweetie for that. Yeah, I don't really do videos on how to do whatchamacallit. Tell you what, let's change the angle a bit. Let's try something. Without breaking anything, hopefully. Welcome to Under Mel's table. This is what it's like under my table. There are all my water bottles because they seem to leak. My bucket, my chair, boxes of stuff.
to go a bit lower. Nice one, Jace. You got in Star Wars Legion, have you? Right, so you can see the flop box. Just so you can see it as it's actually working. Yeah. So switch it on. Yeah. I've got my sheet of my spots there. And then if I come down, we need to keep going one more on that. Take the excess off so we can reuse it. Make sure I get all the ones around the edges. Ah! Yeah, that'll do. You get, and yes, Mel did just get shocked. Right, is that one done? They're very small tufts, aren't they? They're tiny tufts. But very quickly, if I bring this, there you are. There's our sheet of tufts. How cool is that? Serious has a heart attack. Cat is always serious. Hey, what? What have I done now? What? What have I done? Are you lot bullying me again? You are, aren't you? Right, let me put this back where it was. You lot are picking on me again, aren't you? Hey? Right, back to it. More full nail. Slightly bigger tufts this time, I think. Those ones at the ends were a bit crap. Rubbish. What's going on? Is there drama occurring? Earthquake versus Mel. Mel chat. Cat wins. Oh God, is everything alright? .1 it says. Okay, so it's not a massive one. Stay safe, Cat. Facebook has felt big in the next 30. Damn. Trying to find out where it's located. Just let us know you're alright, Cat. I'm assuming you're alright. My mate loves playing Fire and Fury. Ooh. Nice, nerd. Right, sir. Collect the excess, put that back on top. And back to the tufting. Cat does live it. I mean, with no offence, with all the between, you know, all the what you call it, earthquakes, fires. Are you sure you're living in the right place, Cat? Well, you can come to Britain. All we have is rain. And the occasional inch of snow that grinds the entire country down to a halt. Oh, we got a PayPal. Thank you, buddy. 5 of those American nuggets. Love your work and rock the hat. Oh, hell yeah. 5 of them there American nuggets from Tim H. Let's get him quickly on the screen. They will crack on doing these, what you call it. There we go. There we are. Thank you, Tim. It is appreciated. Hello from Tom's River, New Jersey, USA. Is that NJ? New Jersey? I think so. Rain and that. Perryminster made that. Cow is a natural deserver. Did he just agree with me? No, I didn't, nerd. No, I didn't. Right, want some bigger ones now. Let's get some nice tufty tufts. Might get these on. The thrilling life of a terrain maker. Hey, Larissa. Oh, YouTube messing around with notifications again. Does happen. Oh, we got a double one there. That was a faux pas. I do like that idea of drilling holes through a bit of plasticard and then just squeegeeing out the glue. Do some really bigger ones now. Well, medium-sized ones. On the plus side, I've already got enough tufts for for the medieval project. Pissed off the wrong god. What's happened to you now, Larissa? They've just pinned all my bones together. They itch so badly, and I can't even scratch them. Tap 'em, duck. Tap them. Other than that, the other thing that you can do is, if it's your legs or your arms, get a cold, damp flannel, a cold one, and apply it slightly up from where the itching, is occurring. The itching occurs from from basically, it's sort of like your nerves cross-firing and not really sure what they feel. So the brain can't interpret the signal, yeah. If you apply a coiled flannel, higher up, then the sensation of that is stronger than the actual sort of misfires from the sort of broken nerves. And what that does is it overrides the itching feeling. Okay, so we used to use it quite a lot with people who were in casts, who had the itch they couldn't scratch. If you put a cold flannel just above the cast, it make the itch disappear. See you later, cat. Mel, I watched 4 hours of your D-Day board build last night. Epic. Nice one, dude. Nice one. It's 4 hours the entire series. I think it is, isn't it? Because there's what? I think there's about 8 half-hour episodes in that one. Right, that's that one done. Let's get this up. Only morphine and some other anti-inflammatory. Tried to tap, didn't work. Never did the cold remedy. Didn't think of that. Hope it will go down to the bone. Yeah, it works straight across. It worked. You know, we used to use it all the time. Yeah, morphine. Morphine's horrible for scratching. Absolutely horrible. The problem is morphine interrupts the sort of the way that the nerves work and that sort of stuff, and that's what gives it the sort of confused sort of feeling. The other thing is when you get onto things like your SSRIs, what you call it, things like citalopram, they dry your skin out, so you actually get itchy. It's horrible. Right, next one, bigger tufts this time. Ba 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 ba. Right, more over this one. Yeah, but more over these over this side. Yeah, they're good enough, aren't they? Yeah. Alright, keep doing that. What a nice group of people. Welcome to the gang, mate. Always said my terrainiacs, the loveliest people on the planet. That's what I love about terrain makers. We put everything aside. You know what I mean? Put life aside. Doesn't matter what you think or where you come from. Yeah, we're here for the terrain. This is what we do to get away from life. So people are always in a happy bunch in this group. You know what I mean? Because it's like we're doing what we do to get away from the stuff that we don't like doing. Oh, bugger that one. You can go. And that one. Mel, will you stop knackering your tufts and let them dry, for God's sake? Oh, I'm from southwest England. Any clubs in that neck of the woods? There'll be plenty down there, mate. Absolutely plenty. Have a look for the GCN, the Gaming Club Network. The Gaming Club Network was set up by Games Workshop to regulate gaming clubs. And what they do is they have various clubs join the Gaming Club Network, but you can only join if you've got insurance, if you've got a child protection policy. You know, basically everything's sorted. You know what I mean? Yeah, and so have a look at the Gaming Club Network, have a look through their directory, and you'll find tons of clubs, mate. I mean, I live in Stoke, and I know of about 3 or 4 clubs just in Stoke. Mel, have you ever used Galleria Heavy Structure Gel? I haven't used Galleria Heavy Structure Gel yet, but I've used, Vallejo Acrylics Water Effects, yeah, which are made out of the same heavy structure gel. It's essentially like an acrylic, an acrylic paste, isn't it? A heavy body paste. Almost breathing slowly. Oh yeah, swelling's great fun, Larissa. So wait till you apply the electrics, then you can have some really. Try the Game 4 app. That's That's Minions, isn't it? What's his name? Atom. Or buy a copy of Miniature War Games from W.A. Smith. They have club listings in the back of each issue. They are. Tam's going old school on us. God, I haven't bought an issue of that in ages. I really like to watch this, but I'm still at work. Gutter James. No Worries Eternal. I'm just breaking my little cat balls up. The BHGS website has a club list too. What's the BHGS, mate? Hey, guess what? My local council, yeah, they have a creative unit that's supposed to support creative industries, and it's quite good. I did a photography course with them, and I learned loads on it. Yeah, and they've just put up a new what you call it, 1-day workshop. Yeah, how to do podcasting. So I am going to be all over that, absolutely all over it. Right, let's get that one. So yeah, you could be seeing me doing what you call it. How many of you folks have your own YouTube channels? I think a few of them have channels. British Historical Games Society. Thanks, Bleed. So the BHGS, and they have links as well. Handy to know. Backbone, I tried last night. I spread it thin on greaseproof paper and I got ice. Dries perfectly clear. Oh, very nice. Very nice indeed. Pain only bothers me when I try to sleep. Yeah. Know that one. Right. Bigger tufts, I think. Do some more bigger ones. Five on a row, I think. Nice and big. And make these nice chunky tufts. Ba, 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 ba. I could probably get faster if I did like more than one strip on a sheet, to be truthful, but I'm just quite enjoying bumming along doing this. I'm a simple man. Nothing wrong with that. Right, so that one, gone for bigger spots. Yeah, an hour and a bit. Yeah, we've got about another 40 minutes go, haven't we? Normally go till about 9:30. Then I have to go get Kerry a tea. No, we need loads more on that. Just 1 second. I'm not liking how these are going down. Slightly better. But, wait 1 second. These tufts are caused. Static grass on the nose. If I get these and I put them through a sieve. We got a much finer blend. Normally I can just get away with dropping the balls straight on and I'm just going for it, but with the bigger blobs, they're wanting a much better. There we go. Much better. So another one done. How long we got? About 40 minutes, haven't we? Instead doesn't go forward or backwards, eh? Channel's awesome. Glad I found it. Wonderful. Nice one, Diggy. Not Diggy. Oh, Diggy's going for a walk. It's not picking up the dark green fibres for some reason on this time. The colour seems to affect how the static, how likely the static is to pick it up, if you know what I mean. Waste not, want not. Throw that on there. Oh. How many sheets we got left? Got 3. What was I going to do just then? Check my phone. Make sure I'm not missing anything. No, not missing anything. We're good. Not missing cares. Messenger. Message the Wi-Fi. In fact, we've had enough of. You've seen enough of the flop box. There you go. I'm back. Okay, then I need to set my alarm 1 hour back. Ah, right. Larissa didn't understand we've changed. We've had British summertime here now. Right. Sir. Right, that was 4 mil, wasn't it? That's spring. That looks like 4 mil. Like little cat's balls. that should be plenty on there. We can always top it up if we need to. Right. Metal plate, this one. Jace is doing his thing, I swear. YouTube and Google. You think since they're the same people, the dang notifications would come through an hour ago? No! No, the idea that YouTube and Google can coordinate. Right. Nah, don't believe it. Don't believe it. Patron. Patron's like a regular monthly PayPal. You sign up via PayPal and then what you call it? You support. Yeah. It's basically like a monthly PayPal. You know what I mean? You pledge how much a month you're going to support me, and once a month that goes out your PayPal at the start of the month. It's a bit more regular than these live show donations. Yeah, you know, I do have kids, I do have a family that sort of rely on me. And so patrons a lot more like, I know what's coming in. You know what I mean? I know what bills I'm going to be able to cover and what, you know, bills I'm going to have to find the money for, sort of thing. I'm going to double tap this one. You can subscribe or do a one-time payment with Patreon. I didn't know you could do a one-time payment with Patreon. That must be something new they've started. It was a subscription one. Mel, you said medieval fantasy rule sets were Saga, but which army? Oh, I don't know. I quite like the Normans. Jom's Vikings are good. What glue do you use and how do you prevent it from warping on the parchment paper? I use carpet tackifier. And generally, you only get warping if it's a continuous flow of paper, i.e. when it dries, it shrinks and you get the creep. If it's lots of individual dots, which tufts are, when they dry, there isn't no overall creep, so you don't really have a warping problem with it, mate. I got the WWS flop box. It's a bit small. Do you recommend the War Painter one? I do. Get the Terrain Makers one. It's twice the size of the standard one. Do you ever think you'll do urban future warfare pieces, something like desert warfare? Depends. I've got desert stuff to do and there's a modern zombie apocalypse. I'm a bit iffy about doing, what you call it, doing modern desert conflicts. The reason being is that my son is in the army, my eldest son. Yeah, and I don't ever want there to be a situation where I'm doing modern conflict stuff, maybe playing a game, and then I find out he's died in conflict. You know what I mean? Doing essentially what I was doing, rolling dice. So it's, you know, it's an area that personally, I've got nothing against it generally for gaming, and I can understand why people game in that area. But for me personally, I can't do it. You know what I mean? Oh, I'll tell you what, static grass up my nose. Sort of flicks up on you. The one-time patron happens when you sub and then unsub within the month. Ah, got you. Got you. That makes sense. Come on. That's it. There we go. There we go. Right. Bang these two out. Nice big tufts. 4 on a strip, I think. We'll go for. That's it. And the rest of you. Keep going. Yeah. Almost done. Come on. The more I do this, the more I realise that that idea of the plastic card sheet with the holes is a good idea. See some really big ones now. Because I'm getting bored. There we go. Right. Let's get these done. Hey, Ned. Wait, how big is the larger flock box he's using right now? Curious if it is bigger than the one my neighbour made for me, as it's big as that one. I don't know. Seven inches by 10 inches. Right. Oatcakes are the best. Oh, hell yeah, we're back on oatcakes. Love oatcakes. Right. Don't shock yourself, Bose. I can feel the tingling for some reason. Why is it tingling on me? It shouldn't be tingling on me. I have a feeling these are going to be very tufty toughs. See, this is the difference when you buy tufts. It really depends on how much static grass they've sort of put in them. I really sort of push mine, if you know what I mean. I want mine to have to be like as bulky as possible. Yeah, but some of the ones that you buy, they're like, it's like they've shown the tufts the bag of the static grass, and that's about it. I don't think I can physically get any more on there. There we go. So, yeah, lovely tufts, as you can see. Oh, don't want to knock that. So, I want to save that one last sheet in case I need to do anything special for a project, because I haven't got any other silicon until they come in. I need to put these up. So very quickly. Oh, don't do that. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. There you go. Right, we can use one of these, can't we? Yeah, just throw it on this. Very carefully. Move on. Two. Three. Just got to leave these to dry overnight now. And there we have it. Let's very quickly switch over. Right, there you go. I mean, not as productive as like the tough makers with all their like templates and all that sort of stuff, but definitely plenty of toughs for when I tackle the medieval projects and that sort of stuff. So quite chuffed with that. They need to go up there so they can dry out. Yeah. And then I need to have a bit of a tidy. Right, unplug that. Oh, right. I'm going to have to clean that out, aren't I? So put that bit of glue back in there, wash that. I should be Rudy, but things will get back on track after Salute, I reckon. Yeah, what you call it? It's been a bit weird. Obviously, I had the bit of the black dog, and that sort of threw me. Yeah. And then on top of that, we've had the, what you call it? I've had to finish the trenches. Now they're done, I'm back in that sort of swing of things. I've already started filming the, what you call it, the next Let's Make, the medieval one. So yeah, we're on track. Yeah, we have got Salute coming up. I've got to go over to Warlord. There's a couple of other things I need to do. That's a good tally for a few hours worth of work whilst chatting. Yeah. When are you making clump? As soon as the sun comes out and I can dry it outside, Rudy, you will have your clump. Use the leftovers for your head. Bugger off. Alright, throw those on over there. They need to dry out. Put my tough glue away. Love this tough glue. You need to win the lotto because then I could put Mal on retainer. Do you know what? If I won the lottery, me and Kez, we've talked about this many times. Yeah, and it's pretty much, if I won the lottery, I'd just stop asking for donations and running Patreon. Very little else in my life would change, except my studio would be far more impressive and I'd have proper camera gear. I'd also employ someone. Yeah, I'd employ them purely to do my video editing. Yeah, because if I'm perfectly honest, video editing is the bit of this job that I least like the most. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's not something I look forward to. I mean, I don't hate it as such, but it's not an enjoyable side of the job. So if I won the lottery, I would get someone else to edit my videos for me, Because my videos are quite easy to edit. Because if you think about it, yeah, I just talk until I stop talking and say crack on. And then, the next bit of video comes along where we're doing the next bit. So they're actually quite easy to edit. And so with that in mind, I would get someone to edit my videos for me. Can't the clump be dried in an oven like a toaster or in a food dehydrator? Yes, it can, but the problem, Larissa, is that when I do clump, yeah, I do it once every couple of years, okay? And then I make enough to last me for a couple of years, okay? And that involves massive sheets of cardboard with just one colour spread out of it. And you can't do that in the oven or on the radiator. So what you need to do is basically get it out in the hot sun. You know what I mean? I did this, a couple of years ago. Yeah, at home. And I'd made a load of clump foliage. I got probably about 5 or 6 big cardboard sheets with the stuff on in the backyard. And I was in the backyard and I was, I was just turning it over, mixing it, you know what I mean? So you can make sure that the wet stuff is being brought to the top and drying in the day and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. And I hear this shout, freeze, don't move, put your hands in the air, armed police. Yeah. I got raided by armed police, 8 of them. Well, not 8 armed police, there were like 2 armed police and 6 bobbies and all that, vans and all this sort of stuff. And it turns out one of the neighbours had been looking out the window, yeah, and saw me with these big cardboard sheets of these green like little bud things on all over, yeah. And she thought she thought I was growing drugs and I was drying it in the air. Yeah. The look on the copper's face when they came over and they realised it was upholstery foam, yeah, dyed in paint. And then the police comes. Oh yeah, that was a constant. Can we get t-shirts? Right, yeah, we'll get t-shirts done this year, I think. I've reached a point where I'll get t-shirts done. Don't worry. Well, we'll sort it. Oh, I've got another flop box there. I didn't realise I had that one as well. I am the man with 2 flop boxes. Right, so I want that bag for that lot. Yeah, throw those back in there. Ba, 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 ba. Yes, I have to talk about that as I've made contact with a local supplier. Do you have a shop, Mel? No, mate, I don't. I remember the video you did since I've been watching them, but there was never said how you dried them. Now I know why you didn't say how you dried them. Seriously, armed police for clump foliage. Which is just as well, because if they'd turned up the day before, I was drying out my drugs. I wasn't, genuinely. Can't stop having a movie night with girlfriend, but hi and bye all. See you later, Anthony. Have a good night. His mind is a shop of knowledge. Yeah, I'm really awful at this sort of stuff, but all the commercial stuff that I should do, I don't. Yeah. Because I'm quite keen to make sure that this whole channel, studio, terrain tutor malarkey stays around me sharing what I know, my passion for terrain, rather than me using, my passion for terrain to sell products. It's not what I came to YouTube to do, if you know what I mean. He is in his shop. I kind of am, aren't I? Most of it is out of date. Yeah. And he's a comedian. When is your tour, Mel? Well, I keep saying I'm going to Adepticon at one day. As a terrainiac, terrain is your drug. It certainly is, mate. I'm addicted to it. Put those back in there for future toughs. But I should be good for the next series. And for the Mott & Bailey Castle that we're doing at the end of it for the end of level boss. There we go. I've got static grass on my keyboard. A few of those are a bit iffy. I'll clean them up afterwards. I'll have to get a pair of scissors on them and just trim them. Some of them have got a few long hairs. Longer than I would have liked, as the saying goes. Right. That one goes into there. Stop it. I didn't even stop for a cigarette break or a brew break this show either. Shows you what a good show it's been. Mel's Keep. Any Red Dwarf fans here? Plenty, mate, plenty. My wife is jealous of the amount of time I spend watching Mel. John, what's her name? Right, catch you later, Rudy. Don't sniff the paint. No. There's a few paints in here that I wouldn't like to sniff. You know what I mean? Because you'd melt your brain. Right, that one can go there. That's fine. Yeah, we're all good on that. Yeah, we're all caught up there. Oh, ba-ba-ba-ba. Right, I want those. Oh, there we go. John, tell her it's only platonic between you and Mel. It's her who you really love. Look deep into her eyes for effect. Yeah? I'd have actually turned around and told her, well, at least it's not. Hi, John's wife. I bet you wish it was porn, don't you? Rather than some, what you call it, sort of like balding English bloke who messes around with little models. Well, what's the saying? Why can't you be a normal husband and look like everyone else? She doesn't understand the terrain obsession. Get her crafting, she will. She will. Nice one, Funkman. Welcome aboard, dude. Right, so that is Toughs done. Yeah, I reckon, obviously, we've got the Sunday Nighter. Next Thursday, I'm going to be well into the, what you call it, medieval series. So you're probably going to catch me doing something medievally. Yeah, or fantasy, because I'm trying to throw a few fantasy elements like magic portals, standing stones. Yeah. Oh, dude, nice one, dude. But we've got those coming up. Yeah, because that would be boring, Mel. Yeah. So we've got that coming up. Now, Mel's starting to dance, which is a good indication that we're coming up on past, and my bladder is going, I've given up. You're going to have to hold it physically. Yeah, and so I don't want you guys to actually have to witness that. So I am going to say thank you to all my guys. Yeah, my stream heroes, Odin, Blake, Callum, SB5, Tim H. Thank you guys. And Mel better hop. I will catch you on Sunday night, guys. See you Sunday night.